I guess we just have to take today and hope for the best. Nothing too severe.
Right. We've had a few warnings. So last night, Veronica was very busy. We've already had 2 tornado warnings around the area this morning. There's just a lot of spin. Think about it. Debby was a tropical system, is now post-tropical, just a spin in the atmosphere. And you have all that spin. Sometimes that spin can come down to the surface. So here's the deal. Let's get you out there for the morning. You want to be weather aware. I want to give you the latest. The last track on Debby was given last night at 11 o'clock, meaning they are basically done with tracking Debby. This morning's update just shows you where it's going to head, but they're not doing more investigations. Wind's still about 30. It's right over southwestern Virginia, but it's passing just to our west, and some of that stronger weather on the east-northeast side of that is what is coming through our area here this morning. I want to show you the flood risk. We already know that we have a flood watch up for the entire area, but we are also under a slight risk for flooding for the metro and a moderate risk for flooding to areas north and west from the Weather Prediction Center just because of the copious amounts of rain that we are anticipating. Right now, we are all under, this is our only active alerts that we have. All of us under a flood watch through 8 p.m. because flooding is possible. Active flooding up through portions of Howard and Carroll County, some river flooding through West Virginia and the northern Shenandoah Valley, and then some flash flooding down through the southern portion of the Shenandoah Valley. Those are some of the areas that have had some of the most rain thus far. Our forecast today, kind of what you see is what you get out there this morning, often on bands of rain, sometimes very heavy at times. But there'll be some lulls. There'll be some times when the rain may actually taper off a bit, but then some more tropical downpours because there is so much moisture to tap into. Sun up at 6:17, down at 8:10 this evening. Temperatures hovering upper 70s to low 80s all afternoon long. Here's a look at that radar right there, and you can see some of these clusters of showers now coming up 95, western side on 66, coming up along there the 270. So split, that is some heavier rain. Right now, southern Maryland in a little bit of a lull, and then these heavier pockets of rain out in the Shenandoah Valley. So all of this system is rotating through and lifting to the north and east as this whole system pulls away. I want to show you quickly on the Futurecast through 7, 8 o'clock. We're still looking at some heavier cells, and some of these could be strong to severe. These are the wind gusts, 25, 30, 35 miles per hour. By afternoon, the showers are less widespread. They're more sporadic in nature, but still a few rumbles of thunder and breezes are possible. And then it all kicks out of here. And as we mentioned, perfect for the weekend at the Montgomery County Fair. Mid to upper 80s with low humidity and comfortable breezes. The weekend, honestly, couldn't look much nicer.
New this morning, some school districts are announcing delays because of the storm threat. Stafford and Fauquier County schools are operating on a 2-hour delay. And in Prince George's County, all student events planned for today have been canceled.
Our team coverage continues this morning with a look at current road conditions.
And reporter Tom Rousey's on your side. He's driving around in Storm Track right now to bring you the latest from the roads before you head out the door. So, Tom, how are things looking right now?
Well, Melanie, we're a few miles east of Front Royal on I-66, and let me show you our camera here. You can see we're getting some good rain at the moment, really heavy rain here along 66. Again, probably about 4 or 5 miles east of Front Royal. It was pretty dry when we were close to the Beltway and closer to D.C., but the further west you go, the more rain you see. It was somewhere around Manassas we first started seeing some rain, and now that, again, we're getting to this area further west, heavy rain band coming through here right now. So right now, a lot of the worst of the weather and the worst conditions on the roads are the further west you go. Brian Vandergraff, who you heard earlier, was saying it may move east as the morning goes on. But for right now, the worst conditions are to the west of D.C. in Virginia and Maryland. So as you can see, heavy rain that we're getting here on I-66 headed west at the moment. Reporting live just outside of Front Royal, I'm Tom Rousey, 7 News.
I hope you guys be careful out there. I'm at the alert desk tracking the outages from the storm. And of course, we are seeing hundreds of outages in D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. So let's take a look right now at Dominion Energy. This is a color-coded map. I'm going to highlight just some of the counties with the most outages. Fairfax has nearly 700 customers without power, and more than 700 customers are without power in Fauquier County. Now, taking a look at Pepco, this is actually looking a little better than it was just an hour ago. 340 customers with outages right now, but if you're waking up and your power is off, you're going to want to let the power company know. I am also seeing some outages as well, a handful of outages right now with the Southern Maryland Electric Cooperative. So just something to be aware of if you're waking up watching us on your phone streaming. You got to let the power company know. They don't always know that your power is off.
All right. Thank you, Lindsay. And here's the scene from last night. Rescue officials say a tree fell down on a home. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. And we've got some tips this morning on how you can stay safe. And protect your home as well during this severe weather event. So make sure that you are stocked up on your storm kit essentials like non-perishable food and water, a flashlight with extra batteries, and first aid supplies.